way back in the 1970s, when I was a mere teenager, and I was first seriously starting to listen to music. A friend of mine by the name of Doug Staker, who was an excellent guitar player, showed me that he cleaned his records, his vinyl records, dusted them off with a paintbrush that had very, very fine bristles. And he would just put it on his record and slowly move it from inside to outside to clean the dust off his records. I adopted this method for a brief period of time, and I found nothing wrong with it. It probably would still work fine today if you found a brush with soft enough bristles. We're a lot more sophisticated now than we were then. So I'm going to take a look at record brushes. I just put that on. I have a record spinning here. There we go. That works nicely. Hello, and welcome back to Music with Mascots. I don't have a mascot here with me at the moment. But today, I'm your host, every day I'm your host, Ron Rutstein, and I'm looking at record brushes. There's a lot of stuff out there on the market, and I'm only just going to scratch the surface of this. Going back to the 1970s. Now, I'm not going to show you a paintbrush because you guys all know what a paintbrush looks like, and you can kind of imagine. But I'm going to go back to the 70s. I still have my Diskwasher. And this is a great unit, and I've taken good care of it, and it's taken good care of me over the years. Basically, it's some sort of like a corduroy felt kind of fabric, and it's very good for dusting. Now, you could use these for wet cleaning, and I didn't like the results that I got wet cleaning. I was not doing it properly back in the 1970s, but it came with a little wet cleaner there, and back then the instructions said to just kind of wet the front of the Diskwasher and put it on like this and spread it, and then you take it off by turning it thusly. Now, some cat hair on me. That's just how I use it dry. And I still use it today. Put it on like that. Turn it like this as the record is spinning. I pull it off, and if there's dust on the record, it pretty much comes off with it. Now, I don't know if this has any kind of anti-static properties. I kind of doubt it, but you never know. You never know. I'm going to show you another one that's of the same period. I think it's the same period. This is Signet. And this is unfortunately broken. You see, it's not supposed to come apart like that. I'll have to re-glue this because I actually like this one. It's a similar type product. It works in pretty much the same way. And you take it off, and then you can wipe it off on a clean piece of maybe microfiber or whatever. And this did a very nice job too. This I inherited from my in-laws. I don't know that they ever cleaned a record in their lives because I've gotten some of their records and they were in rough shape. But this looked like it had never been used, other than maybe handled a little bit. And I unfortunately dropped it, and it didn't take much to shatter because it's very old and it fell apart. As I get older, I have a greater tendency to drop things, unfortunately. This was one of those little crazy glue and then maybe some glue here and here, and this will be as good as new. These are not on the market anymore, so if you want one, you're going to have to look up on eBay and see if you can find one. This is one of those ubiquitous, this one's Pro-Ject. these are carbon fiber bristles or something like that. And these are actually called anti-static brushes. And I have seen these used in several different ways. And I actually looked up the best way to use them according to them. And it wasn't a Pro-Ject one, it was a different one, but they said the same thing. So you use this as a brush like this, and this is an anti-static brush. You basically leave it right across the top, and then you slide it off like this. And this does take dust off and stuff too. If there is static on your record, it's just going to shoot it right onto the bottom. Now I have seen people take this and run it across the spindle like that. I don't know if that's supposed to take the static charge off it or not. And I did see one reviewer, I'm not going to mention any names, who said that if you take it like this and you're very careful, you can pull it up just like this and remove all the dust. I was never able to duplicate that. At best, it would always leave a little dust row behind. This does much better for that, as does the Signet. Now, Kirmuss Audio. Kirmuss is a record company that makes a cleaning system. They call it the vinyl restoration system. And this brush is, I don't think this is really a part of that whole system. Maybe it is. But they have, it comes with a stand, which is very nice, right? And it has two sides. One side has basically the same thing, only spread farther apart. And then on the bottom side, they have kind of a squared off brush that does the same thing as the Diskwasher kind of brush. And you can use it for wet or dry, it says on it. And it's going to do the same kind of thing here. And you're going to use this in the same manner, I suppose, as the other. And take it off like this. And it has its nice little stand that you can place at any convenient location. I'll show you another one. Yep. I think I got this for $6 somewhere on the internet. And this comes with stylus brushes. This is kind of a standard one. It's a little bit of a hard bristle. I don't like to use this on a stylus. This one has a stiff but softer bristle. This is a more common one. And then this has something similar to the Kirmuss one. It's kind of a squared off brush that you can use in the same manner as the others. And these are like $6, $7, $8 here or there, elsewhere. Get into a little more esoteric stuff. Turntable Lab. And they make some nice products. I buy stuff from them pretty regularly. This is a three-way brush. They've got the traditional kind of velour cleaner here. Then they've got that middle piece, which is combining something like this in it. And then again, another pad on the back. Now you're going to use this. Nice big handle too, by the way, so you can grip it nicely. You're going to use this very much like the Diskwasher brush. It's going to take some stuff off. Then it's going to do the anti-static bit. And then your last little piece is going to take any remaining dust off. Now this is really nice. It's a little awkward to use at first, but I like this. I like this brush. You get used to it pretty quick. It does combine the anti-static and the cleaning capacity. They call this a triple operation system because you're taking the dust off, then you're anti-staticking, then you're taking anything that's left off. And it's got a container, a little stand for it, and it's much bigger. So this is going to take up a lot more space wherever you put it. I'm going to set it over here for now. Show you some more brushes. This was called an anti-static brush. It's kind of what I basically use this for is after I've cleaned records, if I've had to let them sit for a little bit to dry off, they might pick a little bit of dust up. Or if there's a tiny bit of dust on the record, I'll just use that, and that takes it off really nicely. This can build up static, in which case a little shot from the Milty or the whatever anti-static gun you have will take care of it. And when you're shooting with the anti-static gun, if there is static on it, you can watch all these little things move back and forth. And do it again until they don't move, then you know the static's gone. Kind of like that. This is kind of a nice little brush. You can use it to dust your stuff too. Anything you want. Dust off your stylus arm. This is very light and touchy, kind of like the old really soft paintbrush bristles. This is maybe even a little softer than that was. Now, this is the Kirmuss goat hair brush. This is very, very soft, very, very soft. And you're supposed to use this as part of their restoration system, and you use it with their cleaning fluid, and you apply it to the record and use it for cleaning the record surface. I'm going to get into that in another video. However, you can certainly use it right here, right now, like this, right? Absolutely. But this is designed for a different purpose. It does have a cleaning wet surface application. What do these make you think of, right? This and this. If you kind of combine the two, it's like, that's too big for that. That's too small for that, so. Okay, I bought one just to see what the heck's going to happen here. This is fancy. This is a shaving brush. You're supposed to lather it up with shaving cream and push it here. This offers you bristles that are nice and soft to go gently against your skin. However, they're more compressed than this, but not as tightly compressed as this. Absolutely nothing wrong with using this on your records like this. You could use it for wet cleaning. You could just use it for dusting. I don't know what the anti-static properties of this would be. I don't know if it has any or not. The human face, I don't know if you're lathering yourself up, if that's going to have static on it or not. I do know if you rub a balloon on your head, you're going to get static. But I don't know if this is going to have static or not. I just did this for fun. I was at a store, I'll tell you where, in Toronto. I was in Toronto. Blackbird Vintage Finds. And they had all sorts of shaving kits and stuff. They had a bunch of other stuff too that I was looking at. Here, if you want to put up their QR code there, if you want to scan them, you can go visit them. Blackbird vintage. And I saw this sitting there, and I thought, you know what? Can I see that? And the guy took it out of the counter cabinet, and I was holding it, and I thought, first of all, it's got a very solid weight on it. So you can put it somewhere, it's going to stay there. It's not going to get knocked out. This Kirmuss thing is a little plastic thing, and for the money you pay for it, I thought, this is way better because it's got that solid weight. So Kirmuss should maybe think about something like this in their line. This has more of a weight to it too because it's got a nice wooden handle. But I picked it up and then I felt the bristles. I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to get that. The guy looks at me and says, yeah, you'll like it when you're shaving. I said, oh, I'm not going to use it for shaving. But I don't care about shaving. I just wet my razor and I shave myself. I don't even use shaving cream usually. I said, I'm going to use this for vinyl records. And he looks at me and says, never thought of that. So I said, I'm going to put a video of the use for this, and I'll send you a link. I'll send him a link to this video, see if he wants to watch it. Perfectly good way to get some dust off your records. Okay. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got for you today. Hopefully you had a little fun with this. This was a fun video. I didn't intend to educate anyone specifically in the brushes for vinyl, but when I saw this, I thought I got to do a video on vinyl brushes, and I got to get this in there. So I did. I hope you had some fun. I'm going to give you my usual closing spiel. We all live in this place together. We share this planet. We share this world together. Please, please be kind to one another. Love one another. Take care of one another. Listen to music. Let me know what your favorite vinyl brush cleaner is in the comments below. And let me know what kind of music you listen to. What do you listen to relax? And it's all going to be different. It's all good. It's all music. Enjoy. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the sunshine. Or stay in and listen to music if it's raining or snowing out when you happen to run across this video. Right now it's 83 degrees outside here in western Massachusetts, and the sun is shining. I've spent some time outside with my dogs, just enjoying the weather. And it's not too hot today. It's the 4th of July, and I know everywhere else it's blisteringly hot. So here, thankfully, it is not. And I'm going to go outside and enjoy a little bit more of that sunshine. And I'm going to edit this video and post it. So you'll probably see this posted on the 5th. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you. Peace and love to everyone.